What's up, people? How you doing? Welcome to another video or another time lapse tutorial. Welcome to Christian Ozide's channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe to this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to turn on the post notification so you will know every time he posts. Like this video so it will reach a wider audience, and share to your friends and family. And if there's anything you'd like to see in this channel, please comment down below. I know this is not the regular voice you hear. My name is Yvonne and I'm his sister. I'm just here to do the introduction and I'll go, because I clearly do not understand what is going on right now on this screen, because I have no idea or anything about graphics or all of that stuff. So yeah, I hope this time lapse is educative and you learn something from it. I don't know what you're supposed to learn, but I hope you learn something from it. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Hey everybody, I'm back today with another time-lapse video, as my sister said. So funny, I wasn't around, I wasn't available for this one, but she had to take over the mic, so she would continue, so she would help me do, I don't know, maybe the intro. Yeah, so for this video, I don't know if you guys know about this game. It's called Cyberpunk 2077, but I had a client recently who told me he wanted an artwork. He wanted his picture to look like, you know, the way those in the game, the way people look more like humanoids, the way they look like cyborgs and everything. So he was like, he needed an art piece which he would look like a humanoid, whereby he would have this kind of synthwave look, this kind of cyberpunk look, just like the game 2077. So yes, if you guys can, okay, so he placed the order from Fiverr, and I have a gig on Fiverr which I usually do for Cyberpunk. And please note, this video is not sponsored by Fiverr. I just took it upon myself to, you know, record the video take a record of my process as I was working on the art piece. So yes, if you want to place order on the gig, you can check the link in the description below. I have it on Fiverr there, so you can just see more of the works I did on Cyberpunk. So yes, basically this is like a vector illustration. It's more like a vector art piece, and a mixture of vector and digital painting to work on this piece. So at this process, I'm kind of using the pencil to work on pretty much everything you're seeing on the screen right now. So I have my color scheme palette I made inspired by the Cyberpunk 2077 game, which is supposed to be launched, I think September or October. I don't know the months to be precise, but yes. So for this piece, you make sure that you want to make the art to look more like the so have this kind of neon synthwave feel, this kind of 80s retro cyberpunk cool dark theme. Make sure you want to make it to have this kind of cool effect, and then once you are doing it, just try to make sure that you don't add too much colors to it. Just try to make it kind of have neon colors, more like teal, blue, magenta, purple, and the likes of that. So for this now, I'm pretty much doing like where the highlights will be. So before I started this piece, I had to get the picture from the client, and then I had to use the posterize, I think. Yeah, I had to use the posterize option, the blending mode called posterize, to not blending mode per se. Like, you know, when you look down at your layers in Photoshop, it has this kind of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 should I call them icons on the layers panel, like below the layers place. So you go there, I think the second one, or the places that have the kind of pop-up icon, you have to go there, and then you will see places like hue, saturation, posterize, threshold, blah blah blah, and all that. So yeah, for that one I used posterize, and then I decided to use posterize +4 for this as posterize, and then the number section I selected 4 as my theme. So this is just a time-lapse video of how I did it. So in the future I would make a real-time video on how I start to do my Cyberpunk art. But in order for you to do a clean vector like this, so for this one I'm using Photoshop CC to work on this, but I have a video on how I made vector using CorelDRAW. You can check that up. Is there now on your screen at the top right corner. You will see it now on your screen. It will pop up, so you can check that one there. And also the video will be in the link, like the link of the link to the video will be in the description of this video. So just go down and then you tap the link, you see the link to the video which I did vector in Cyberpunk. It will show you a real-time video of my process on how I work, but that video was made a long time ago, so just hold on to my channel. So like, I mean, you guys should just stay up to date to my channel, so you would know when I'll make a new real-time video on how I do vector illustrations, on how I work and how I manipulate the shadows and lighting of the character, or the, you know, the human figure, and how I work on it.
Okay. Compared to the last time I was here, this is some real improvement. The artwork is really turning out nice. I don't know how you people will be able to understand this time lapse, so you better comment that you want real-time video. Let this boy drop real-time video for you, so you understand everything, like step by step. Anyways, I don't know what he's doing now, but you people, you're into this thing, so you know. Where's the pencil, Abby? That's what they call it. Oh, I think he's like hiding something and unhiding it. Oh, battery was low. Okay, back again. More, let me tell you why the battery is low, because in my country the power supply is not like 24 hours. It's not even up to 20. It's not even up to 18 hours. Anyway, it all depends on the location that you stay in, Sha. But I don't think any location is up to 18 hours, except you're staying in Asorok. That's the presidential villa, and maybe that's 24 hours. But here, where ordinary civilians stay, they'll be in like for like 3 hours and take it till whenever they're ready. So sorry for that quote there. So he says, so this is turning out well though. Oh, I'm tired. I want to go and continue cooking. Maybe I'll come back when he has finished the artwork or something like that. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
You guys, in my country, we don't have steady electricity, like no lights for 24 hours. So I'm really sorry for the, should I call it intermission or what, that happened over there, because I'm using my laptop to, you know, I use my laptop to do this. So yes, apparently he was going to die and there was no power, but at the end of the day something happened, magic, and lights came and they started working again. So I continued filming. So yes, that's that for that. For this one now, I'm trying to give it the feel of Cyberpunk, that kind of humanoid kind of feeling, that kind of cyborg look. You guys know Victor Stone in DC Comics, Victor Stone aka Cyborg. You know the way he looks, the way he has that kind of thing in his body and everything, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm doing for this one now. Not like I'm trying to give you everything, not like I'm trying to give you partitions, because that's what he looks like. He looks like someone who has been merged with metals, and you know, his whole body is looking more like partitioned, like divided into half human, half robot. And but this one, I'm not just trying to make it like that, like where you see the kind of, fine, it's more like a humanoid, but you won't see the metal parts on him, because that was not my initial idea. My initial plan was just to make it to look like, you know, yes, look like Cyberpunk, and yes, to have lights emitting from his body and have this kind of circuit looking, you know, feel on the art. So that was what I thought of initially. So he on this one now, he has kind of like earbud in his ear, so In the picture it came with an earbud, but I'm trying to give it some cool effects, try to make it look more like, you know, futuristic, techie look, that kind of thing. So basically, I think at this point I was almost done with the face because there was no much detail and everything. This one now I'm trying to render the hair, like, you know, using the pencil to map out where the hair would be and try to trace it out. See, and I have a tip for you guys who want to go into vector cartoon or vector illustration. You should not draw exactly what you see. Like, you shouldn't trace exactly what you see if you're with your pencil. Yes, I know it may sound off, but I know some of you will be like, Christian, how would it look like if you don't trace exactly what you see? Christian, how would it be if you don't do exactly what you're saying? Well, I've had experience with this, and believe me when I say you do not want to do it exact, like, you don't want to do exactly what you see. Because I mean, I go through Instagram, or I go through maybe ArtStation or somewhere, or I see upcoming artists who want to make things like this, and many of them don't realize that if they try to trace out everything the way it looks, if they try to trace out everything, that they end up doing rubbish. No offense to them, but that's just the truth about it. They don't realize that they end up doing rubbish, because imagine you posterize the picture and then you try to draw exactly what you see in the posterized image. It won't look good, it won't even look artistic. As you can see in the posterized image, it does not look artistic, but when I took my pencil to work on it, you can then just look at how it transformed, like it just changed. So that's what I mean by do not trace exactly what you see. It doesn't always look good. It won't look good. Like, I can, like, if you see my previous artworks, like, I started at first, I was doing it like that, but I was trying to migrate because I was really kind of into the vector thing at the time. So when I got to look into all these, you know, Indonesian children, Indonesian people, all these Asians that are really good at vector, because I kind of got inspiration from the Asians. Because each time I saw my friends, they were like, they want to cartoon a picture, they want to cartoonize, that's what they call it, and I'm like, you guys don't even know what this is about. Because I see it, I don't think they look professional, because I try to compare arts. So each time I see theirs and then I see these ones I see on Instagram, all these Asians, or probably I come to YouTube to see something, I figure that there's a big difference, and then those ones don't look artistic. The ones that my friends make don't look artistic. So I took it upon myself to, okay, you know what, instead of doing something that does not look artistic, how about I try to add some flavor into it? How about I try to add some style? So wherever I see highlights in the picture, I try to use maybe rectangles or triangles for the tracing. Like, okay, I know that I'm with my pencil now, I just try to use it. Say I'm giving an a highlight, I'll just try to make it kind of a triangular shape, or just try to give it a definite shape or an abstract shape. It wouldn't look exactly like the posterized image, but you would know that once you see it, that is what it is, that is the guy you're trying to turn into vector. That's the kind of thing you're trying to do. So that is what I mean by do not trace exactly what you see in the image. Hope you guys understood that. Well, I'm pretty sure you did. So yes, that's what I mean by hope you know. So, and another bonus tip for you guys, if you are doing Cyberpunk vector, this is just a time-lapse video. I will do a real-time video on that very soon, I hope, if I don't have too much work. So I'll do a real-time video on that. But if you are trying to make a Cyberpunk kind of vector arts for yourself, I recommend going through Pinterest or going to look up the Cyberpunk game itself to see how they render their characters, or you look at characters who have that kind of techie look or cyborg kind of. Say you see Victor Stone in DC Universe Cyborg, you see Blue Beetle, you see Cyberpunk 2077, their characters, the way they turn themselves into all those shitty things, the way they turn themselves into humanoids and all. You see how the characters look, you see how all these things look, so you just know from there, okay, you get inspiration from there. You're like, okay, how would it be? Or you go and check Cyberpunk themed comics from maybe webtoons or somewhere, just look for something like that. I'm pretty sure they were started by the Japanese. So when you look up these things, there's a distinct feature about all of them. All of them have one thing in common, and that is being humanoid, right? Yes, that is the distinct feature, but that's not what I'm talking about now. This particular feature I'm talking about is this thing where there's this kind of light emitting from their body, even if you're not seeing part robot, part metal, part something. There is always kind of light emitted from their body, be it this kind of neon blue, neon red, neon green, blah 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 kind of light. So there's always this kind of light emitted from their body. So if you're doing this kind of art, make sure you make it dark. Like I said in the beginning, make it kind of dark, make the background dark, and then try to make sure like there's some lights being emitted from the body of the piece. Just try to make sure there's light emitted from the body. So that's basically it for me. As you can see, he's looking upward, and there's like a rim lights there at the top, and then there's some, there's lights coming from the, like, where you're seeing him now. Like, this normal face is where you're seeing the highlights, and then there's this kind of rim light on the top. As you can see, like his nose where it's pointed, you can see the place where the light bounces off. So it's trying to show you that there's light coming from the top, and that's just try to work more on your lighting if you don't understand lights in sequence and everything about lighting. So yeah, I'm pretty much almost done with this piece. So that's all I have for this. Just know how to render it. So like I said before you start, try to look up some reference on Pinterest or YouTube or something, or that's if you are doing a kind of cyberpunk theme look, or try to look up reference from comics that look techy, and just try to do something cool with your life and your pencil and your cyberpunk. That's all I have at the moment. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. So that's pretty much it.
Oh my goodness, what is that? Like neon lights or what? The last time I was here, it was like a plain canvas with just a man's head. This is cool. This is really cool. This is really really cool. I think you could need to see a real-time video tutorial of this thing, because if I was the one that was like learning this thing, I want to know how to like add the lights and all of that. I don't know if you can see it or you can see the details here, but this is really cool. I don't know what to call those lines that are passing through his face. I don't know what to call that, but this is cool. This is really cool. So comment below. I think you should comment below if you want to see like a real-time tutorial. Like, yeah, just tell us basically what you want to see. Like, tell us in the comment section what you want to see, or tell him what you want to see. I'm already owning the channel. Tell him what you want to see on his channel rather. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for enjoying my rants and bans. Thank you for coming this far. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, you're just visiting this place. Please subscribe, turn on the post notifications, all of that thing, like the video so it's reach a wider audience, like I said at the beginning. Yeah, what else there is to do? Sha, thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.